football UFL fans. We're finally here at week 10. We like to call a preseason week number 2 the way things have turned out in this league. Alright, let's get into it. Tonight, the Fox Friday night game of the week. The St. Louis Battlehawks and my DC Defenders. Jordan Talmu has already been given the night off. I wonder if they're going to do the same with Max Duggan. I would think so. If St. Louis wins, they are division conference champions. For the regular season, if DC wins, they are, but it doesn't mean anything. Because the game's going to be in St. Louis anyway. As much as I would love for my DC Defenders to win tonight, to avoid the embarrassment of this, which is going to be embarrassing anyway because it's already ruined the game. You got to call it the way you see it. I'm hoping these two teams go out and fight it out real good. As much as I want my team DC to win, I would hope St. Louis wins so we don't have to hear about from the haters. Now, I can at least live through next week's conference game saying, you know what? St. Louis deserved it. Who am I picking? This is a classic pick'em game. These two teams will play each other next week for the XFL Championship game. Next week, you will definitely see Jordan Talmu and Max Duggan. I remember the last time one of my teams was in the situation, New Jersey Generals. They beat the Philadelphia Stars and lost the conference championship the next week to the Stars. Ruined my 9-1 season. You know what? I hope the Battlehawks win. I'm picking the Battlehawks. But if DC wins, you know, this is aggravating for me. Sorry, it just is. I'm going with the Battlehawks by a field goal. Call it 26-23. And what was going to be a great game ruined by the UFL. Okay, the Saturday game. 3 p.m. game on ESPN, the Michigan Roughnecks and the Houston Roughnecks and the Michigan Panthers. Michigan can still win the overall conference, although it means nothing. Again, Houston's playing for pride and trying to finish out the year at 500. Bryce Perkins will not be playing this game. I'm sure Denny Etling will. I'm picking the Roughnecks in this one. Because the Panthers got nothing to play for. Again, thanks to, well, yeah. Thanks to another UFL mishap. Boy, these games were really ruined. But I'm hoping the Roughnecks win. I think they will win. I think they're playing for pride and videotape. So I'm going to go with the Roughnecks in an upset. I'm going to say 18-16. And the next day we have a doubleheader. Sunday, noon game on ABC. Arlington and San Antonio. San Antonio has pretty much been on summer vacation for a while. I am taking the Renegades, which could be, I hope not, Luis Perez's swan song from a lot of people saying. I hope it's not true. He's great for the league. I enjoy watching him. But I'm going to take the Renegades this one. I'm going to take the Renegades by like 13. And finally, the 3 p.m. game on Fox on Sunday. The Birmingham Stallions, who again have nothing to play for, for the same reason I've already mentioned, against the Memphis Showboats. I guess Memphis is celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Memphis Showboats making the conference championship game back in the 80s. Considering how many fans they've had, I don't blame them. What's the worst that could happen? No one shows up again? This should be interesting. Memphis has already beaten them once. They beat them in the first ever UFL overtime game. Birmingham's got nothing to play for. The biggest question is J.M. Smith going to start this game? I think he will. I think he's playing for a start in next week's conference championship game over Alex Magoo. This is very tricky for Skip Holtz. It really is. J.M. Smith is on a roll. You know you got another quarterback who won a championship behind him, but J.M. Smith is hurt. But you want to get J.M. Smith hurt. I'm taking the Stallions to win this game because I think J.M. Smith wants to put a stamp on things here. If the Birmingham Stallions have a big halftime lead, I think they will take them out, and you will see maybe Alex Magoo play. That's the best case scenario, I think, for the Stallions. Have J.M. Smith tear it up in the first half. Send them down the second half, and they'll coast to a victory. So I'm taking the Stallions to win. Stallions are starting to put together. J.M. Smith has made a big difference. I'm going 30-16 Stallions. So there are your picks of the week. With Michigan losing, that would automatically give them Birmingham the conference anyway. If not, Birmingham can still win it outright, which I think they will anyway. So I think we'll avoid that disaster. Let's see what happens tonight with the Defenders and the Battlehawks. I was planning to go to tonight's game, but once I found about the mishap, it's like I'd be better off going to St. Louis the following week. Comments down below what your opinion like to know. Are you looking forward to preseason week number 2 of the UFL, end of the season? To me, this is nothing more than let's just play this crap out and get to the conference championships, get to the good stuff. For the love of football, everyone, we'll talk to you later.